Shalom. We'll start off this lesson by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And peace and mercy to the sincere Akwaf that may listen. Shalom. This is a quick lesson based upon this article I'm reading here. It says here, armed protesters march for reparations in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as the city marks the 100th anniversary of Black Massacre. And you know what they're basically talking about in this article, the Black Massacre that they're talking about is Black Wall Street that was built, an upcoming economy that was, thriving at the time and was built by Jake and started up by Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians, but mainly you so-called Negroes, right? You guys started up a community, and because Jake forgot that they're under the curses. Well, it came, Esau got to that and basically destroyed the whole thing. I mean, you can go back for yourself if you don't know the history. Just type in Google Black History, or not Black History, but Black Wall Street, and you can see how Jake was thriving and was creating a community for themselves. And Esau came in and ransacked the whole thing and destroyed it. Right, which goes back to the curses in Deuteronomy, which is more proof to you Israelites that you're under the curses, man, in Esau's kingdom, and Esau is the devil. Esau is your enemy, right? So, anyways, I got 3 precepts. I'm gonna quickly play this video and then read a little bit of this article, and that'll be it for the lesson. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. Let me play this video real quick. See the people marching, and that's Jake, And this is prophecy. What's happening right before our eyes right here. This is prophecy, right? How do you know that? Well, let me show you that in the scriptures. The Most High is the one, Most High is the one controlling this, and this is his movie. So, just like the prophecy, the precept says here, Genesis 49:9 is my first precept. And it says, I'll start at 8. Genesis 49:9. And it says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stoop down. He couch as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rouse him up? And basically what this precept means is saying that Judah, okay, being you so-called Negroes, basically you've been too soft. You've been soft all this time. Basically up until about 2 years ago, a little up till about 2 years ago, really when just before this BLM started really spiking up and really getting crazy. Before, just a couple months before that, Jake was really calm. Judah was chilling. They weren't really saying much. They weren't angry. They weren't calling this man a devil. They weren't coming against the so-called white man like they have been in the last, a year and a half, 2 years now. Well, why is that? Because of this, what the precept just said. Who shall rouse him up? The Most High is the one rousing up Jake, man. He's stirring up Jake's mind. He's stirring up Jake's mind, getting him angry, because just like the previous video I showed, you can see Jake, man. They you can tell they've had enough. And really, they think they've had enough, but enough hasn't happened yet. Is what I should say. right? So the Most High is the one stirring up Jake's mind, man, and getting them for lack of a better term, excited. Because these Esau's bringing up these things now, like this hundredth year anniversary of Black Wall Street, and I'm pretty sure LeBron James has done a special on it too. So, all this stuff is just to get Jake roused up so that prophecy can be fulfilled. Okay. So let me continue here. Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. Right? The scepter is talking about the rule, because our Lord Yahushai, sprung out of the tribe of Judah. Okay? Until Shiloh come. That's right. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. That's right. That's Yahushai, man. So, Yahushai is gathering his elect. All right? Yahushua is gathering his elect right now, while 2/3 of Israel is getting stirred up for war, for civil war. Okay? Let me get my next precept here. Or you know what? Let me read a little bit of that article before I go into my precepts. Let's just see a little bit what it's saying here. So it says the Black Panthers and a number of gun club members from across the U.S. gathering in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a series of protest events. The city is currently marking the anniversary of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre. The event, called the Second Amendment March of Reparations, took place on Saturday afternoon in the northern part of Tulsa. Hundreds of participants carrying weapons and dressed in paramilitary black and kahiki clothing marched through the city, chanting slogans including "Whose streets?" You see, the Most High is rousing up Jake, man. And hey, maybe the 1/3 is in this number, maybe they're not. I highly doubt they are, but the point is the Most High is rousing up Jake, man, and Israel, and this is 2/3 of Israel, because majority of these people are 2/3 Israelites, 2/3 Jakes who are getting roused up. All right, they're getting stirred up for war, civil war. See, so the Most High is doing so many things at once. It's I guess you could say it's hard to keep up, because there's so many videos being done on so many different prophecies and events that are happening across the world. You got the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? You got civil war, you got earthquakes in diverse places, right? You got wars between nations, rumors of wars, right? You got shortages, famines, you got plagues, outbreaks of mice and all types of insects in certain areas. So there's so much happening, all at once, but this is what Yahushua told us was going to happen, man. Back when he was talking to the disciples, he told them that all these things shall come, and yet these are just the beginning of the end, and the end has not come yet. So what does that mean? Things are going to get worse. Things are going to get way worse than they already are. Okay, and that's why we have to hold tight to this truth, man, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Whose streets? Our streets, and Black Power. The activists also carried a large banner demanding reparations now. So Jake's getting fed up. You can see it, man. And this is just going to cause Esau to bring out his military, man. This is really, all these protests that are happening are gonna spike martial law, all right? Because again, it's prophecy. It's all about creating chaos to install order. That's how Esau works. The protests remained peaceful The protests remained peaceful, though at one point the police had to explain to the organizers that they could not take part in another commemoration event happening in Tuzla because the other side had no weapon policy in place. The gun owners planned another rally for Saturday. So they didn't listen, basically. Dozens of armed black activists from New Black Panther Party and other... So you got a New Black Panther Party. And other groups march through Greenwood in formation. It's a new day, Black Tuesday, they yelled. Right? And you can see, man, Jake's getting riled up. Most sides riled up Jake. It says, in Tulsa race massacre, which the march was... Let me turn this off. In Tulsa race massacre, which the march was timed for, broke out on May 31st, 1921, and lasted for 2 days when white residents, Edomites, of the city took up arms against their black neighbors, Judites, Judah Benjamin Levi. Says the documented death toll of 36 is believed to significantly underestimate the scale of the violence. Of course. Of course. It's Esau we're talking about. Why would he tell you the truth? Of course it undermines him, man. You can only imagine. I don't even know, but you can imagine. Just knowing that we're dealing with the devil, you know the death toll was way higher than 36 people. All right? In which hundreds of black... There you go. In which hundreds of black people, so-called black people, and dozens of Edomites, so-called white people, were likely killed. There you go. Right? So let me get my last precept. Slacker, you know, I do have 2 more precepts I wanted to bring out. Second Corinthians 4:4. It says, 2 Corinthians 4:4, in whom the power, so in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. That's right, man. Who runs this world? Esau, Edom. Job 9:24, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. Right? So Esau, is the god of this world, man. He's the prince of the air. Satan is the prince of the air. Esau is the god of this world. All right? And it says, so he has the power. But it says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, which is 2/3 of Israel. And what did they not believe on? The words of the Heavenly Father through his Son, his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. The words of this book, the prophets and elders, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They didn't listen to their words. They didn't take in, because the prophets, the prophets of Great Millstone, beginning with the elders, the apostles and elders on down. We've been bringing out the truth, for as long as we all came into the truth individually, and we're going to continue bringing out this truth and living out this truth until we get caught up into the chariots or until we die. So, Slack. It says, let me read this one more time. It says, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not. Right? 2/3 of Israel, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine onto them. That's right, man. So the Most High is using Esau to blind 2/3 of Israel, right? And that's why they can't get this. And that's why ultimately they're going to be destroyed. Verse 5, it says, no, you know what? That was it on that, actually. I just wanted to bring that precept out to show that the Most High is the one who's controlling this thing, man. Esau thinks he has control and he has the power, but Esau's a fool. All right, it's through his pride. Through his pride, he's a foolish man. The Most High is the one who's in control. And those of us that are sincerely pushing his word in truth, or pushing his word in truth and sincerity. We know this. We believe on Yahweh Shema Shai, so we know. So we don't get fazed by all this stuff because we know the Most High is the one in control. All right. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So that's, a precept showing you that the Most High is the one that controls the minds of the people. All right. The word heart goes back to the word lab, which means your mind. Let me get that real quick. There you go. Heart. They say leb here, but it's actually lab, which means inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. So basically the mind of a man. So anyways, man, that was it for this lesson. I wanted to make this quick, not too long, and straight to the point. Lord willing, this was edifying, just showing you that, Jake's getting roused up and the Most High is stirring up the people. All right. So with that, I'm gonna close and give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy to the sincere Akwat that may listen. Abad Wabal, Kwame Ashala, and Shalawam. Until next time.